Hello, my name is Greg Hausler, and in this video I'd like to explain why I do the art that I do and how I do it. This is a challenge that the United Art Space people have been challenging people to help push their art and help artists, and I think that that's wonderful. Thank you, Michelle Lloyd, for this. I'd also like to give a shout out to Abby Walla and David Storch with crushing it on camera, because I'm really trying to do some of the techniques that they're talking about. If I talk a little fast, it's because I'm really excited about what I do in my work. So forgive me. And if I drop a few names like I just did, bear with me there too. I like to call myself an abstract distractionist. That's, for me, an artist who is able to take people away from their lives for a moment, if nothing else, to go, what is he doing here? And I think that's what all great art does, is tell a story and distracts you for a little bit. If it's a movie, if it's a picture, if it's a painting. I, a long time ago, had to embrace the fact that I am an incredibly messy person. And rather than fight it and try to do really detailed, figurative, hyper-realistic stuff, I just kind of let loose. So when I start out, and forgive me for moving aside here, I start out with a more abstract start. I take a canvas, a wooden stretcher, a frame, and put a piece of plywood on top of it, and I put clothing on it. I use clothing because texture is really important to me. I really appreciate graffiti artists that can paint on a building and have to deal with those textures. For me, I'm kind of imposing my own textures. The clothing adds also a human element to an otherwise abstract piece, and there's personal elements too. So often the clothing is my own. This happens to be a little image left from a Tintin t-shirt that I absolutely loved and was told that I had to stop wearing. So this is now permanently in the piece. But there are other things, undergarments like my wife's bra, some underwear, baseball cap, and just random objects like this kitchen sponge. Nonetheless, so that's what I start out with. And then these are all stapled and balanced out, and then I pour a copious amount of paint all over it to get it hard, and allows me to be able to paint on it. Otherwise, if you paint, the paint gets soaked into the fabric and the colors disappear. Once that's done, oftentimes a lot of people will tell me that they really like the piece as is, but it's just, there's not enough story there. I need to put more story into it. And I like the merging of the abstract and more descriptive methods of art. So the painting will often sit, as this one did. In this particular case, I had done it prior to a trip, an exhibition that I was invited to in the wonderful city of Belgrade. But the whole time I'm thinking about this piece, and I actually have it on my camera and will occasionally, on my phone, and occasionally look at it to put it in my head. While I was in this really historic city, like a number of historic places, there's monuments of figures from their history that are on horses. Horses are inherently powerful. They're muscular creatures. If you've ever been next to a horse, you could see it. It just exudes power. And I kind of like that energy and wanted to capture some of that. Also, I was exhibiting with a fellow artist who unfortunately had a lot of childhood trauma and was explaining this to me during one of our bus trips between exhibitions. And I really respected that. And everybody has their own traumas, and that's just a part of life. And I wanted, I came upon a theme then at that point: the horse, the trauma, the action. This is my interpretation of that. The energy of the horse leaping up and just exuding energy. The piece is called Furious, and there's a fury there. The color red, a fiery red. Altogether, it lent itself to both the chaos of the background, the energy, and it helped leap the image off the page. So to recap, that gives you an idea of how I come about actually most of my artwork. The methodology of the clothing, some of the reasoning why, and how I come about getting the ideas that I do for the theme of it. I'd like to thank you for watching this. If you liked it and got something out of it and have a comment, please comment. I love hearing from people how they feel and how this has impacted them positively or negatively. Excuse me. If you really love it, then follow me. I would love to have followers. If you want to take it to the next level and you're, I don't know, a Leonardo DiCaprio or a Neil Patrick Harris who collects art and has money, DM me. And yes, I did drop some names there, but I do know that they are avid art collectors, or collecting art from people that are in their early stages. DM me, because I could use the money anyway because I just got laid off. Anyway, I want to wish a happy birthday to Bernie Sanders, Wiz Khalifa, and Pink. It's my birthday too. We need to get together sometime. I want to give my condolences to all of the people that have loved the Queen. Unfortunately, I've just found out that today, just moments ago, that the Queen has passed away. Again, I want to thank you all for watching the video. Be looking for the next one. Thank you.